on up, we're going to be in the front edge of our mat. Palms are facing forward. Shoulders are rolled back and away from those ears. Elbows are tucked in by your sides. You're lifting up through the crown of your head and lifting up through those kneecaps, engaging those legs. Belly button is tucked in slightly. I want you to think about just being here in this present moment. You can close those eyes if you'd like. Begin focusing on your breath. I want you to take a big inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. Another big inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. One more big inhale through your nose for a count of 4. And then exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. Now, breathing naturally, rocking back and forth, making sure all 4 corners of your feet are firmly planted into the earth. Think about lifting up and lengthening those muscles. Now, either keeping your eyes closed or gently opening them. Let's take a big inhale up with our arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, nice straight back. So pressing your palms into your shins. Think about lengthening out through the crown of the head. Belly button is pulled in slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Now staying here for a few breaths, you can grab onto opposite elbows if you'd like. We can sway side to side and a raggedy Ann. If that feels good for you. While we're here, you can shake out that head. You can say yes and no. Letting your head just fall with gravity. Feeling that nice deep stretch along the backside. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and release. Stepping those feet back into a nice high plank position. Wrists are underneath those shoulders. At any point, you can come down onto those knees. We're going to come forward 2 inches and then slowly begin to chaturanga. So keeping those elbows tucked in by your sides, exhaling as you go, and then releasing at the bottom. Keeping those wrists underneath those shoulders. Let's inhale, nice little mini back bend. Exhale and release. Then pressing back into a nice child's pose. Big toes are touching, knees are slightly apart. Reaching those arms forward in a nice active child's pose here. Forehead can just rest on the mat or wherever it feels comfortable. On your inhale, let's walk our fingertips over to the right. Feeling a nice deep stretch in the side body. Walk your fingertips back to the center. And then inhale as you walk your fingertips over to the left. Breathing into any areas of tension and holding it here for a few breaths. Walking your fingertips back to the center. Let's press up into a nice tabletop position. The wrists are under those shoulders, knees are aligned with those hips. Stretching out the upper back, we're going to do thread the needle. So on your next inhale, lift up that right hand as high as you can. Then exhale, bring it in between the hand and the knee, resting on that shoulder. And then you can stay here, or else you can bring your left hand up and over that head, trying to lift up your chest towards the ceiling. Feel a nice deep stretch in between those shoulder blades. Now make sure that we're resting on our shoulder, not on our head.
Should this be the last thing I see? I want you to know it's enough for me.
Exhale and come back up into that nice tabletop position. We're going to do the other side. So inhale that left hand high. Exhale, bring it in between hand and knee, resting on that shoulder. And then again, if you want that extra challenge, the right hand comes up and over that head. Exhale, come back into that nice tabletop position. Then let's curl our toes under. We're going to press our hips up into our first downward facing dog. So head just falls. Begin to pedal those feet. Feel a nice deep stretch. Lifting up your hips as high as you can. Really feeling any areas of tension. Kind of sinking into those areas. Then whenever you're ready, bring those heels down as close as you can to the mat while lifting those hips up. Inhale that right foot high. Exhale, bring your feet in between your hands. Nice low runner's lunge. Now you can stay here, or else you can drop that back knee down. Inhale those arms up. Sinking down nice and low. Hands come to heart center. Your crescent lunge. So leaning forward, bringing the left elbow on the outside of that right leg. And a little twist. Again, you can always drop that back knee down if you need to. Listen to your body. If you want that balance challenge, you can try to keep that back leg lifted. Make it work for you. Really keeping that belly button pulled in, focusing on some area of stillness. Ooh, if you fall out of it, you just come back into it. Exhale back into that nice low runner's lunge. Dropping that back heel down. Warrior one. Nice bend to that front knee. Exhale, warrior two. So now 90-degree angle with those feet. Hips are turned out to the side. Gaze over that front hand.
The stairs creak as you sleep, it's keeping me awake.
Inhale that front hand up, reverse warrior. Think about lengthening out through those fingertips.
I can't even trust myself.
It's killing me to see you this way.
Exhale, extended side angle. Resting your arm either on the leg or else bringing it down. Again, lifting up and out through those fingertips. Inhaling back into reverse warrior.
Tell her that I miss our little talk.
Then turning into your warrior one again. So back foot is turned towards the front edge of the mat slightly. We're going to come into a warrior three. So you can bring that back foot closer to your front foot. Arms are up over your head, and you're going to begin to lift that back leg. Trying to keep a nice straight line with your body. Now if you fall out of this, just come back into it, or else you can just keep that back leg on the ground. Slight bend to that standing leg, squeeze those glutes. Think about lifting out through those fingertips. If you fall out of it, just come back into it. This is why we work on balance exercises.
though the truth may vary, this ship will carry on.
Bring that foot back down, hands down onto the mat. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, come forward 2 inches in chaturanga. Let's inhale into a nice up dog. So resting on the tops of those feet. Legs are hovering over the floor. Wrists are under those shoulders. Chest is lifted and proud. Then exhale, downward facing dog. You can pedal those feet again if you'd like. And then whenever you're ready to let those heels come down to stillness. Inhale that left foot high. Exhale, feet in between the hands, nice low runner's lunge. Again, at this point, you can drop that back knee down or else keep it lifted. Inhale those arms up. Hips are sinking nice and low. Hands come to heart center. We'll do our crescent lunge. So lean forward. Right elbow on the outside of that left leg. And then looking up towards the ceiling or down at the floor. Again, you can drop that back knee down anytime you need to, or else take that balance challenge. Keep that back leg lifted. Feel that nice little twist. Great way to detoxify our body.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it you anywhere. Maybe we make it.
Inhale those arms back up. Drop that back heel down. Nice warrior one. Hips are facing forward.
Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something.
Exhale, warrior two. Hips are turned out to the side. Gazes over that front hand. Shoulders are rolled back and away from those ears.
You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here.
Inhale that front hand up. Reverse warrior.
Just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be.
Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe they're resting on the leg, or else bring it down to the floor. Think about lifting up and out through those fingertips.
Said his body's too old for working. He said his body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life.
Inhale back into reverse warrior.
Somebody's got to take care of him. So I quit school.
And then arms come up, turning that back foot in into our warrior one again. And then bringing that back foot a little bit closer to your front foot, and then warrior three. Begin raising up that back leg. Lifting out to those fingertips. That lengthening those muscles. Belly button is pulled in. Again, if you fall out of it, just come back into it. Think about being grounded into the earth with that foot.
City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrap around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that.
All right, dropping that back heel down. Hands come down. Left foot back to meet the right. Come forward 2 inches. Exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog.
You got a fast car.
Looking up at your hands, walk, step, or jump your feet up towards your hands. Nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, nice straight back. Pressing into those shins with your palms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale those hands all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Again, shoulders rolled back and away from those ears. Closing those eyes a moment, noticing how you're feeling. Thinking about lifting out through that crown of the head.
You got a fast car, and I got a job that pays all our bills. You stay out drinking late at the bar, see more of your friends than you do your kids.
Inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Now, stretching out our wrists, we're going to come into gorilla pose. So flipping those palms up. Bring those hands underneath your feet so that your big toes, or just all your toes, are going to be kissing your wrists. You can keep as much bend to those knees as you need to. On your next inhale, I want you to think about straightening your back. You feel a nice deep stretch in the wrist, but also in those hamstrings and those calves in the back of the leg. Exhale and release. Inhale again, try to straighten that back. And then exhale and release. Try to bring your elbows towards your shins, just far enough until you feel a nice stretch in those wrists. And if this is too much for you, just keep those arms nice and still. Exhale and release. Stepping those feet back, let's come into a nice high plank position. Rolling on over to our left side, keeping the wrist underneath that shoulder. We're going to come into a side plank. Now, if this is too much for you, drop that back knee down. Make it work for you. I want you to think about lifting up and then over that head. Squeeze those glutes. Try to squeeze your inner thighs together as well. Lift up those hips as high as you can. Working on that balance. Trying to keep your body nice and still. About lengthening out through those fingertips. Exhale, release. All right, we got our other side. So rolling on over to the right side versus under that shoulder. And lifting that left arm up and over again. Coming down onto those knees if you need to.
I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods.
Squeeze those glutes and squeeze those inner thighs.
Captain Hook, run, run, lost boy. They say
Exhale and release. Press those hips back and up into a nice downward facing dog.
reality.
Taking a big inhale here. Exhale and release. Inhale that right foot high. Exhale, bring that foot in between those hands. Inhale those arms up. Sinking one inch deeper if you can. Hands come to your heart center again. All right, reaching your hands down onto the ground, we're going to try doing a standing split. So you can bring that back foot towards that front foot. What you're going to begin doing is raising up that leg. Now, if you have something you want to hold on to, like a wall, completely fine. If you have like a block, you can hold onto that block to make it a little bit easier. You can hold on to the shin. Whatever you need to do, I want you to try to lengthen and raise that back leg as high as you can. You can point that toe. Now, this is one of those poses you think that you're doing an amazing job getting that leg all the way up there, and then you see yourself in a mirror or a video and you're like, oh, not near as high as I was thinking. You're only going as high as you can go today. And then to challenge our balance, slide that right hand in front of that right foot. Open it up to the side. You can raise that arm up, or else you can keep that arm down. Now again, if this is too much for you, you can just come back into that forward fold. Exhale and release. Step that right foot back. Nice low runner's lunge. Again, drop down to that back knee if you need to. Inhale those arms up. Sinking one inch deeper if you can. Hands come to heart center. And then bringing your hands to the floor, stepping that back foot closer to the front foot, doing the standing split to begin to raise that back leg as high up as you can. Again, you can hold on to anything you need to, a wall, a block. And then sliding that left hand in front of that left foot, open it up to the side, raising that right hand up. Your gaze may be up at the ceiling or down to the floor. Just really opening up your hips to the side.
Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
Exhale and release. Let's inhale halfway up, nice straight back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Rocking back and forth, making sure all four corners of your feet are firmly planted into the earth. So just taking a moment here to catch that breath. Notice how your body is feeling. Noticing if it's a little bit more warm than when we first started. Your eyes need to be opened or closed, whatever feels good for you. All right, then opening those eyes, we're going to come to the center of the mat. So we're going to do tree pose. Great balance pose, working on our flexibility, our core stability. So hands can either just come on the hips or just down by your sides. You're going to bring your right foot either to your ankle, right underneath that knee, or right above that knee. Pick whatever variation works for you today, okay? And I think I'm going to be down here today. Some days are better than others. Hands come to heart center. Again, just play around with it. Notice how you're feeling. Shoulders are rolled back and away from those ears. I want you to find a point either on the wall in front of you or on the floor of stillness. And just focus on that focal point. Your belly button is pulled in. Now you can stay here, or else you can raise those arms up over your head while keeping those shoulders down and away from those ears. Think about really pulling that belly button in. Think about your foot as a root to a tree, being rooted into the earth. Exhale and release. Nice work. Shake it out a moment. Pick up that same thing on the other side. So now your left ankle is going to rest on, your left foot's going to rest on the ankle, right underneath that knee, or right above that knee. Make sure it's not on the knee. Okay, so I want to avoid that knee joint. And then hands come to heart center, finding a nice focal point, focusing on that area. You keep those arms there, I'll raise them up. And again, if you ever fall out of it, just come back into it. Think about opening up those hips to the front. Exhale and release. Nice work. Now bring those feet apart. We're going to do a nice standing straddle. So toes are pointed forward. You can either clasp those hands behind you or else on your hips. Inhale that chest high. Exhale, begin to fold forward until you make it all the way down. And then again, if your hands are clasped, you can keep them there if that feels good. Nice shoulder stretch, shoulder opener, but if it's too much on the shoulders, just bring those hands down to the floor. Just let that head fall, let gravity take its course. If your hands are clasped, go ahead and release them. Let's walk our hands over to the right. Do a nice stretch along the back side of that right leg. Trying to get your chest as close as you can to your leg. Let's walk our hands over to the left foot. Then walk your hands back to the center. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. All right, we're gonna do one more standing pose, and then we're gonna move down to the floor. We're gonna do eagle pose. So, bringing all of your weight over onto your right. Left leg is gonna come up. You're going to bend down. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. So you're bending down like you're crossing your legs. Opposite hands, palms are gonna try to tap each other, hold on to each other as you come down. And then you're gonna lift those elbows up. All right? Turn to the front so you can see. Now, if this is too much to keep those legs crossed, you can also keep those toes down too. Whew, and if you fall out of it, come back into it. You'll notice one side is definitely more flexible and has more balance than the other. Think about lifting those elbows up again. 3, 2, and 1, and release. Shake it out. Got that same thing on the other side. So bringing all the weight over to our left foot. Right leg comes up and over that left leg, and then opposite arms cross over. Then again, trying to get those palms to touch, and then lifting those elbows up. Sinking down as low as you can go. Really working on that balance here. Again, you can bring that foot down anytime you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, nice job. All right, let's come back to the front edge of the mat. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, knee straight back. Exhale, step back into our high plank, and let's chaturanga. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Moving into our pigeon poses to stretch out our glutes. Inhale that right foot high. Exhale, knee to wrist, and then your foot goes towards your left wrist. Then dropping that back knee down, uncurling those toes, creating like a number 7 with your legs. Stay up here, or else you can drop it down onto those forearms, or else on those hands. Really feeling a nice stretch in those glutes and those hamstrings. Nice neutral spine. Gaze is just slightly forward, or else you can keep your eyes closed, whatever feels good for you.
We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be.
So you can stay down here if you'd like, or else you can come on up to those hands and bring that right hand to grab that left foot. Nice mini dancer pose. And then pressing that foot into that hand, open up your chest, feel a nice deep stretch in the front of your leg, and also in the chest and shoulder area. Exhale and release. Let's press back into our downward facing dog. We'll do that same thing on the other side. So inhale that left foot high. Exhale, knee to wrist, and then foot goes towards your right wrist. Dropping that back knee, uncurling those toes, and then sinking your hips down as low as you can go. Either staying here or else dropping down. Feel a nice deep stretch. Really breathe into the pose. Notice any areas of tension. Just breathe into those areas.
No place I'd rather be.
Now you can stay down here, or else you can come on up to those hands. Then your left hand's going to reach back for that right foot, and then pressing that right foot into that hand, opening up that chest towards the ceiling.
Make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete.
Feel that nice deep stretch. Exhale and release. All right, we're going to come into a nice seated position. I'm going to grab my strap real quick. So grab your strap, make sure it's handy. So we're first going to do a nice little seated twist. So sitting down, you're gonna bring one foot up and over that leg, and then your opposite hand's gonna come up with a big inhale. Then exhale, bring to the outside of that leg, flexing through your foot, and then you're looking over that opposite shoulder, feeling a nice deep stretch in that core and in that back. With every exhale, try to get a little bit deeper into the twist. And keeping those legs where they are, your opposite hand comes up, and now you're looking over your other shoulder. A little bit deeper twist in the middle of that back. Stay nice and gentle here. Listen to your body. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs. So other foot comes up and over. Inhale up with your opposite hand. Then looking over that opposite shoulder there. Nice twist. Flexing through that foot. Exhale and release. Keep those legs where they are. Opposite hand comes up, big inhale. Exhale, look over your other shoulder. Exhale and release. All right, bringing both feet together, grabbing your strap. Go ahead and wrap that strap around those feet. Flexing through those feet. Now I want you to think about having that nice straight back. Take a big inhale. Then as you exhale, begin to fold forward, hinging at those hips. So every inhale, think about lengthening out through the crown of your head. Every exhale, think about hinging a little bit more forward towards those feet. Feel that nice deep stretch in those hamstrings and those glutes. You can hold on to those straps nice and tight. Again, making sure though that we're hinging in those hips, not in that back. The back is nice and straight. Exhale and release. Nice work. All right, let's come on to our back. Let's slowly and gently rolling down one vertebrae at a time. All right, bringing that right leg up. Do a nice squeeze, nice little hug, bringing that knee towards that armpit. And then let's begin making circles with that right foot. Really getting centered here. Just noticing any areas that might be holding tension. Go one direction and then the other. And then begin making circles with that right knee. Releasing any tension you've built up in those hips this week. So one direction and then the other, being nice and gentle. And then grabbing that strap, flexing through both feet, wrapping that strap around that right foot. On your next inhale, begin to straighten that leg. And then as you exhale, bring that foot closer to you. So exhale and lengthen. And then bring it closer to you. With every breath, try to get a little bit deeper. Finding that area of tension, just breathing into that area. Going to where you feel that discomfort, not pain. This is such a great stretch to really lengthen the muscles of our legs. right, grabbing both straps with your left hand, go ahead and drop your right hand down. Take your foot over to the left about 2 to 3 inches, and then just hold it here. Feel that nice deep stretch along that IT band, that muscle along the entire side of that leg, outside of that leg there. Just hold it here. You get really tight in these IT bands. So important to stretch them out.
But I'm holding you closer than most, 'cause you are my heaven.
Inhale that foot up to the center, grabbing both straps with your right hand. Let's take that foot over to the right as far as you can, just opening up those hips. Then just holding it here for a few breaths.
Don't wanna waste the weekend. If you don't love me, pretend a few more hours, then it's time.
Keeping both shoulders on the ground the entire time. Feel a nice deep hip opener stretch. And then bring the foot back up to the center and release. All right, left foot goes down to meet the right. Noticing the differences in the lengths of our legs. Let's work that left leg now. So inhale that left leg up, and then nice little squeeze, bringing that knee towards that armpit. And then let's begin to make circles with that left ankle.
It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert, but I'm holding you close.
While we're here, we're just taking this time, thinking of those things that we're grateful for in our life. Whether it's health, family, friends.
Misplaced trust in old friends, never counting regrets.
So one direction and then the other.
Do not rest at all. And New England as the leaves change, the last excuse that I'll claim I was a boy.
Then begin making circles with that left knee, releasing any tension you have built up in those hips.
I can't let you be. Most nights I hardly sleep. Don't seek what you don't need from me. It's just a drop in the ocean. A change in the weather. I was
one direction and then the other. Just visualize that tension just being released into the air.
But I'm holding you closer than most. 'Cause you are my heaven.
And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and grab that strap. Flexing through both feet now. Wrap that strap around the left foot. On your next inhale, begin to straighten that leg. And as you exhale, bring that foot closer to you. Inhale and straighten. Exhale, pull it towards you. Keep working with your own breath. Nice active pose here. Going to that point that you can't go any farther and just holding it there. Think about lengthening those muscles in this nice active pose. Then grabbing both straps with your right hand. Let's take it over to the right, about 2 to 3 inches. And hold it there, right where you're feeling that nice stretch along the side of that leg and that IT band. Continue flexing through those feet, feeling any tension just being released here. And inhaling that foot to the center, grabbing the straps with your left hand. And then whenever you're ready, just taking that foot over to the left as far as you can. Nice hip opener, just holding it here. On the next inhale, bring that foot back up to the center, and then release that strap. All right, beginning to end our practice in Shavasana, palms are facing up. Feet just naturally fall to the sides. We're going to do a nice, quick little body scan to release any areas of tension. So beginning with the crown of our head, making our way down through our face and our neck and our shoulders, down through our chest and our abdomen, noticing the areas that might be holding tension, just release. Bringing our awareness back up through that chest, through those shoulder blades, down through that back, out through our arms and our forearms and our hands, noticing any areas of tension, bringing our awareness to those areas and just releasing. Bringing our awareness up through our arms, down through the back, through the glutes, down through our legs, and finally our feet and our toes, noticing any areas we're holding tension. Just let those areas of tension go. Keeping those eyes closed. Gently letting your fingertips uncurl naturally. Feet are naturally falling to the sides. Releasing our jaw, releasing any tension, visualizing our body floating in thin air. Taking this time to show gratitude for our lives. So many things to be grateful for. Grateful we have a roof over our head. We have clean water to quench our thirst. We have food anytime we need it. We have family and friends around us. And most importantly, we have each other. We take this time for ourselves. On your next inhale, I want you to inhale the word love. Exhale the word gratitude. Inhale the word love. Exhale the word gratitude. One more time. Big inhale the word love. Exhale the word gratitude. Whenever you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Begin making circles with your wrists and your ankles. Begin waking up the body. Inhaling those arms up over your head. Exhale, rolling onto your side, resting your head on your arm. Keeping those eyes closed a moment, taking one final moment to be in this present moment, being grateful to yourself for taking this time for you. Inhale up into a nice seated position, crossing those legs. Palms are either facing down to harness the energy you have in, or facing up to receive energy for the day. Shoulders are down and away from those ears, lifting up to the crown of the head. Taking a big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. The light in me honors, cherishes, loves, and adores the light in you. Namaste.